Discipline number 2 to reignite your faith. Still, Romans 12:12. It says, be joyful in hope. How? By expecting great things, because your imagination will create your reality. Did you know that we live in a virtual reality? I mean, as much as we would all like to think that we operate with facts, every single one of us, we operate in our own virtual reality. A combination of what really is and what we imagine to be. And the thing that's impressive about this is that what is in your imagination comes from all kinds of sources. Your imagination can come from your upbringing. It can come from prejudices. It can come from what you consume, the entertainment, your past experiences. Here's just one example to illustrate the power of your imagination of what you perceive to be reality. Have you ever lost your wallet or your bag? So you lost your wallet and it's probably midday, and now you're trying to think back, retrace your steps to what you did with that wallet. I had it in my hands, I went into the bathroom, and then I went on the kitchen table, I left it there. Someone must have stolen my wallet from the kitchen table. And then later on, you make it back to your dorm room and you realize the wallet was in your bed the entire time. This entire story you fabricated was just in your mind. At no point in the day did you have the wallet in the bathroom. At no point in the day was it ever on the kitchen table. But in your mind, you were convinced it was so. Our imagination, my friends, creates a reality that we believe to be true. What's great, though, is that you can shape your imagination to look out into the future and see a better outcome than what you have today. I'm not talking to you about just positive talk. I'm speaking to you about being a visionary about yourself. The fact is, friends, much of what you will achieve in this life is driven by how you see yourself. What do you perceive to be true about you? And you know, the good news is, once you have set your mind on an outcome, what you've decided, this is what good looks like to me. When I look down into my future, this is where I'm headed. Once you focus your mind on that, your mind knows not the difference between reality and your imagination. Whatever you set for yourself to be the trajectory of change, that becomes your truth. Neuroscience have done some extensive research on this. This is called the reticular activating system, RAS for short. It's a bundle of nerves in your system that essentially acts as a filter. Every day you're taking in information, and your RAS does this deciphering. It says, this part I'm going to keep, this part I'm going to throw away. Let me give you an example of how the RAS works in your own life. Let's say you decide you want a new blue BMW. A blue BMW. Now, have you noticed that the moment you go into the street, all you see are blue BMWs? Your mind has now become focused on that which you want. Is it because all of a sudden dealerships are selling more BMWs? Absolutely not. Your mind has become so focused on what it wants to achieve, it has zeroed out everything else and is looking only at what it wants. Your RAS is the reason you could be in a crowd, hearing people talk, and there's murmur, and you're not paying attention to any of it. It's all white noise until someone says something that sounds like your name, and then you're, huh, what? Someone call me? Because you've been tuned to pay attention to your name. The amazing thing, friends, if you set your mind on an ambitious future for yourself, your mind is going to filter out anything that gets in the way, and it will attract whatever it takes for you to succeed. Now, this is not just positive thinking. This is joyful living. This is faith at work. Hebrews 11:1 tells me what? Faith is the confidence in what I hope for. It's the assurance about what I can't see. Faith is imagination. In fact, you cannot have faith if you don't have imagination. And the word tells me I can't even please God, meaning I can't live up to my potential if I don't have faith. So how do I turn the corner? How do I reignite my faith in my imagination? Well, first I want to tell you that you need to familiarize yourself with the way that God sees you. You need to familiarize yourself with what I call your God ID. You're an adopted child of God. Did you know that? You are an adopted child of God. Did you know that? Did you know that you have an inheritance? You are rich right now. You don't have to wait. You can cash it in right now. Did you know you are important? Did you know that Jesus Christ died for you, and he would have died if it had only been you? Go home and do a little bit of searching for just a few key verses in the Bible that you can commit to memory. Then pick one. Pick one that will become your battle cry. Pick one that will be the one you turn to when you're in the 8th round and you feel like giving up. Pick that one and repeat it to yourself. Mine, Ephesians 2:10. It tells me, I am God's workmanship. Whenever I feel like give it up, I say, man, I can't give up now. I am the work of God, and he's prepared some mighty work for me to do. And if I don't do it, nobody's going to do it for me. What is your battle cry? Remember who you are in Christ. You have a God-given identity beyond anything anyone says about you on campus or off campus. God finds you important, and he would die just for you. Number 2, spend some time every day asking yourself, what limitations have I put on myself by the things that I've said? What limitations have I put on myself by the things that I've said? You know, you listen to people nowadays and we just love to self-deprecate. I'm not smart. I'm so disorganized. Yeah, I'm so lazy. Yeah, I know, I can never get anything done. I can't focus. Little by little, the things that you say about yourself become your reality. All of the things that you say about yourself become your new reality because your mind starts to activate that behavior. So today I want to ask you to change your conversation. The third step you can take under this is to write in a journal. Take a book, and I want you to write new realities about yourself. I am intelligent. I am capable. I am smart. I am organized. Change the conversation. Change the language. What is it about yourself that you can see that is grander than any dream you've had thus far? Yes, the second principle to reignite your faith is to be joyful in hope by expecting great things in your imagination, and your imagination will create your reality.